Cleveland. Can you believe it, right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Boxcaster Pro Keynote and live demonstration. My name is Sam Brenner. I'm the VP of Marketing here at BoxCast, and I am thrilled that we are here tonight. First off, thank you. Thank you to everybody in the seats. We have a packed house. This technically is sold out, is what I will tell my mom tonight. So thank you to everybody who is here. To everybody online, thank you so much for tuning in. I was told not too long ago that we already have hundreds of people around the world that started to tune in and register for this event, so thank you so much. We appreciate you giving us part of your Wednesday. So we are live streaming from Cleveland, Ohio. You heard this raucous crowd. Cleveland, Ohio, the city where the greatest basketball player in the history of the game still calls home. Oh, see, it's quiet here. You see? No. You see the nervousness. I wasn't finished. I was going to say for at least 48 more hours, right? But LeBron, I know you're watching this right now because you're on vacation, and I'm going to use this live broadcast as a way for me to be historically accurate. I just think LeBron's staying. I really do. I think he's staying another year. And LeBron, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. This is a great investment for you, by the way. This is not about NBA free agency, but Joe Kernick knows I could go down that road all day long. Tonight is about the Boxcaster Pro, the most powerful product we have ever built here at BoxCast. Soon, you will hear from our CEO, and he will tell you about the status quo of live video streaming for organizations. He'll also take you back a few years, tell you what it was like for organizations not too long ago. And then he's going to paint a picture for you. Where is live video going for organizations in the future? For anybody who's new to the BoxCast family, he's also going to take you back to give you a little context. How did we, this growing company in Cleveland, get to this very moment? Then we're going to introduce you to John Wetzel, our product manager. John is going to give you an in-depth look into the Boxcaster Pro. And he's going to tell you about a couple of our early adopters who have been utilizing the Boxcaster Pro to enhance their video productions. Toward the very end, we are going to share some pricing. And for everybody watching and for everybody here, anybody who wants to buy this product, we have a special discount that we are announcing tonight. So please take advantage of that. Nobody wants to hear me talk the whole night. I am done yapping. It is my great pleasure and my honor to introduce to you our fearless leader, the CEO and co-founder of BoxCast, Mr. Gordon Daly.
Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it. Thank you. We do have a great crowd here, and I thank you guys all for joining us here at our headquarters in Cleveland, and also all those around the world that are watching. We're happy that you joined in too. As I was preparing for tonight and thinking about what we might talk about, there's one word that kept coming to mind. And that word is compromise. Compromise. We're in a society and we're living with compromise around us every turn. Everybody that I know says that they love the environment, and most people that I know say, oh, we need to buy electric cars, but very few of the people that I know actually own one, and they're happy buying their gasoline cars, and maybe it's the $50,000, $80,000 price tag holding them back. Think about the small shops in town and how important they are to the local economy. Yet when I go online to buy something, the next day, we all have those boxes that are showing up because it's just so convenient. Privacy. It's so important to us. We think it's so important to us, right? Yet we're happy to let that privacy go and exchange online to tell others what's going on when we think it's private but don't know what is and what isn't, but we're the first to give it up in the first place. So how can we complain? And I'm thinking about traveling places, how it's really nice to have the seats. You get maybe the exit row, a little extra leg room. Maybe you like the free drinks you get when you're traveling, or the free baggage and the airline miles. All those things are wonderful. But for some reason, we expect that at a Spirit or a Frontier price. We have those expectations for something that's great, yet we're willing to compromise left and right. And when it comes to live streaming, that's exactly what's been happening. When we look at the landscape in 2018 of live streaming, there's a massive compromises that are being made by organizations who know that they need to reach people that are part of their community with what they're doing in their events. Yet they're held back. On one hand, they could spend tens of thousands of dollars, and some do, to bring the professionals in to help them put together a really, really nice broadcast. Most can't afford that. And on the other hand, you've got the temptation of these now free online social media tools that can help you stream. Yet it's not until you get into that do you realize the shortcomings of those very platforms that are limiting what the organization can do. So you're set at a crossroads. What do? You're an organization. You have to make that event available to people. This is the 21st century. Well, you compromise. That's what's so special about tonight, is that we're bringing a new era of live streaming, one where you can do live streaming without compromise. And that's what we're excited to be talking about tonight. What do I mean by that? I mean, you don't have to compromise for the quality of the video that people see in the end. You don't have to compromise with how many people can watch at one time, or how many events you want to do, or where do these people want to watch from, or how they want to watch with whatever device they have. You don't have to compromise anywhere near as much in terms of how much network speed is needed to do the broadcast, or how simple or difficult it is to set up. There's no compromise for simplicity now. All of this without it having to cost a king's ransom to do, because we've now made it affordable for all organizations. So let's rewind the clock just a little bit, and let's talk about how we got to this point. When we launched this company a number of years ago, and we knew that organizations would want to share these experiences that they have, we kept running into the same shortcomings. The feedback we got was so crystal clear. One, it's just too risky for my organization to do. I don't want to take the chance of this not working out. Then it's a bigger pain than even considering doing it, but I know I kind of need to do it. The second thing was, I don't even know where to start. All this technology is just too complicated. Speeds, it's just too much. I don't even know. I just want this to work, but where do I even start? Wasn't simple enough for them. The third thing is, they didn't think they could afford it. And so we iterated with them, and we worked with them. And what happened was, step by step by step, we started to build a solution that kind of addressed those concerns that they had. Looking back on it now, when I think about it, what they really wanted was, they wanted to be able to make this video available for people to be a part of the experience without compromise. And that's really what's led us to today, where I'm so proud to announce and to unveil the Boxcaster Pro. This is the manifestation of what we've been doing in our pathway to no compromise. And what this is capable of really does change the game. Number one, it's simple. Simplicity. There is so much technology packed into this little box. It blows your minds. The most advanced technology out in the marketplace today, packed in this little box. Two, the best possible quality of video that you want your organization to see. It's like television over the internet. It really is. Three, it fits naturally into any workflow. Whether you're a large organization that's got the capabilities for that, or a small one, it's simple and it works automatically for you. It's got all the professional inputs and outputs you'd ever want. So no matter where it goes, it always fits naturally into the workflow. Fourthly, bandwidth. This thing can squeeze the video down half the size of what others can do. Not to mention, we only need to send a fraction of the video because we've got great technology in getting the video transferred to make sure it gets there safely, as well as doing cloud transcoding, so you only have to have a fraction of the video to make it there, and your viewers will see a great experience. Lastly, it's built for the future. When this ships, it's capable of 4K 60 streaming. So that when your organization or your viewers are ready for that, you don't have to worry about the box being able to do it. It's future-proof. It can go with the organization. So that's a little bit of an overview of where we're at with the Boxcaster Pro. I'm sure you're eager to take a little bit of a further look into what it does and how it works. So I'm going to bring on the stage John Wetzel to join us. Please welcome John.
Thanks, Gordon. All right. Thank you, Gordon. And thanks so much, everyone, for joining us today. On behalf of our entire team, we're extremely excited to tell you all about the Boxcaster Pro. So, as Gordon mentioned before, the Boxcaster Pro does not compromise with any of its advanced features. Yet, it still maintains the simplicity that we here at BoxCast are known for. And for a long time, video professionals have been calling for products that are technologically sophisticated and incredibly powerful. But in this new era of video creation, they also want them to be as simple and easy to use as their iPhone. With the Boxcaster Pro, it delivers on both of those fronts. It's powerful. With the Xilinx FPGA under the hood, it runs like a super high-powered computer, but it has one dedicated mission: making your video look and sound amazing. And it just kind of looks powerful too as well. But at the same time, it's really easy to use. Just like all of our products, it's plug and play, as you'll see in the product demo that we'll show in a little bit. The first thing that many people notice about it is this gorgeous 4.3-inch touchscreen, something that almost no other encoders have. It allows you to quickly see what's going on in your video streams. And like the Boxcaster before it, it also features our patented automated streaming, so that you, as a technical director or video producer, don't have to worry about pushing a start button. It's so simple, yet so powerful. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is emphasize how it fits into any workflow. When we were researching this product, we talked to a lot of videographers. And we learned that they have all sorts of different setups. And so they needed something that would be flexible for every situation, depending on the equipment they had, what their setup was, what the goals of their live stream were. And we decided to create an extraordinarily flexible device. So let's look at the inputs that make that possible. We'll start with the SDI connection. The Boxcaster Pro is our first SDI connection, or SDI encoder. And SDI has been an industry standard connection for many years, but we took it up a notch. We added a 12G SDI connector, which can support up to 4K video at 60 frames a second. And we're proud to be one of the first companies to be developing with 12G SDI. Of course, the Boxcaster Pro also has HDMI, with an HDMI 2.0 input, which too can support 4K 60 video, which is commonly used on many 4K and HD cameras today. Now let's talk about audio. It of course supports embedded audio from either of the video inputs, the SDI or the HDMI. But more significantly, it has two XLR ports, which will allow you to pull natively from the sound equipment that you already have, whether that's a soundboard or directly from a microphone. The Boxcaster Pro will fit perfectly into your audio workflow, no matter what it is. And the last thing I want to highlight is its pass-through capability. It's the ability to send the video in and all the way back out again, so that it's not the last stop in your video workflow, enabling future downstream equipment like recorders or other devices. All right, so let's talk about that video quality that Gordon mentioned before. One of the things that live streamers have always compromised on was video quality when live streaming. No longer is this the case. Gone are the days where a live stream on your website can't look just as good as a live broadcast on your television. And the Boxcaster Pro will stream in a stunning 1080p 60 at 18 megabits over HEVC. That 1080p will provide a full HD experience that you've come to expect. And the 60 frames a second will ensure smooth and stunning playback. And because we're using the highest possible bit rates, you will know that you're getting the best stream for your internet connection and video setup. And once you stream it to BoxCast, we're transcoding that video in the cloud to ensure a smooth, bufferless playback on every single device, from your grandma's iPad to your Roku in your living room. So why hasn't live streaming always been in such a high quality? Well, that's because broadcasters have been constrained by the most precious resource in live streaming, internet bandwidth. And the Boxcaster Pro breaks through that constraint with HEVC encoding. For those of you who are not familiar with HEVC encoding, it's nothing short of amazing. So take whatever bandwidth you've been streaming that YouTube video or Netflix on, or streaming your game out, and cut it in half. That can empower thousands of organizations to be able to share their live events regardless of their internet situation. We recently had a church reach out to us that was located in rural Michigan. And they had tried to stream before, but they had failed because they couldn't get a good enough internet connection. So they recently, I'm happy to announce that they recently started using the Boxcaster Pro. And they've been able to stream an HD quality signal to the members of their congregation who are sick and homebound. And that's our passion here at BoxCast, making sure that everyone, regardless of their situation, can be part of the experiences that matter to them. Well, as anyone who has ever produced or been a part of a live broadcast like this knows, no matter how simple your setup is, when the camera goes on, it can be really stressful. And we talked to broadcasters when developing this product, and they told us their pain points, where they had stress. And one of the top ones was not being able to have a window into what was going on with that live stream. The other one was that they were in constant fear that some part of their chain was going to break, that they were going to have equipment failure. So we prioritized monitoring capabilities on the Boxcaster Pro and ensured rock-solid reliability. We added some great features, like a screen where you can see audio levels, a preview of the video, and a headphone jack, so that you can look and hear at exactly what you're going to be streaming. And when you're further away, you have the LED indicator lights on the outside to let you know the stream is live and everything's okay. And if you're even further away, you can pull out your phone and use the Broadcaster app to check in on what's going on. Now, your microphones, your lights, your cables, there's still a lot that can fail. But with the Boxcaster Pro, we cut no corners to ensure reliability. With the anodized aluminum casing and the screw-in power cable, the Boxcaster Pro is built to survive in any live streaming environment. Now, all of that, it's really great for today. But what about the future? What about tomorrow? Well, we'll be ready to stream in 4K. 4K 60 video at 60 frames a second. Every Boxcaster Pro that we ship is loaded with these capabilities. It's simply waiting for the rest of the streaming ecosystem to catch up to it. And you bet that when your audience is ready to watch those 4K live streams, so will you, with the Boxcaster Pro ready to stream it for you. And when you buy an encoder from us, we want it to last you for years. Because when you become a part of the BoxCast family, we're continuously updating and improving the capabilities of our encoders, as well as our live streaming platform. And I'm happy to say that all of the Boxcaster Pros we ship will come with free firmware upgrades for life. Now, in some ways, the future starts now. And as Gordon said, welcome to the new era of live streaming. All right, so that was a lot of talk. Let's get on with an actual demo of the Boxcaster Pro. So all of them will ship in this ruggedized hard plastic container that's with a custom fitting on the top. Let's go ahead and take it out. The first thing that I want to highlight is on the bottom, we have this 1/4-20 or tripod mount, which can be used for mounting. So in this example, I'm going to use this little small tripod for display purposes. It's really flexible and will allow you to set it up in a variety of environments. All right, now that we've got it set up, let's go ahead and power it on. As I mentioned before, it's got this great screw-in power cable so that no matter where you are, you can't unplug that live stream and lose power. The first thing that you're going to want when you start to stream is to connect to the internet. And the Boxcaster Pro has 2 ways to connect to the internet. You can do so over Wi-Fi, and the Boxcaster Pro has a very high-end Wi-Fi module, similar to the ones you find in a cell phone or a high-end laptop. But it also has a hardline gigabit Ethernet connection, which we usually recommend for a more reliable internet connection. So we're going to go ahead and connect our Ethernet connection in here. And now that we're online, I'm going to go ahead and give you a preview of the Boxcaster Pro screen. On the top left, we have the video section. Then we have the network section and our audio section, as well as some information about our broadcast. Tapping into our network section, we see that we're connected to the Ethernet. We even have our MAC address and other information like that, which the IT guys really love. If we were connected to Wi-Fi, we'd see the Wi-Fi network name and information there. We also get a little bit of information about an upcoming broadcast that we have scheduled. So the future event starts in 3 hours, and we get a countdown timer for when that's going to start. Now, the next thing that we're going to want to add is our video connection. For our video today, we're going to be using this Blackmagic Ursa Mini. We're going to be sending a 1080p signal to the Boxcaster Pro via SDI. So let's go ahead and connect in the video. So now that the video is connected, we can tap in and confirm, and we see, yep, the SDI connection is there. We're going to get 1080p signal at 60 frames a second. And as a broadcaster, that gives me the added security that I know that what I'm sending here is what I'm receiving here, which is really nice. The last thing that we're going to add is an audio. So we're going to use a small soundboard, and we're going to connect in our right and our left connections using these 1/4-inch cables. And as we plug them in, we see the audio levels start to dance. We see that we're getting an analog feed, and then we also see our broadcast output, and that we're not getting audio from any other sources. With the analog feed, we can tap in there. We can even adjust the gain if we need to adjust those levels live, or turn on phantom power if we were powering something like a microphone. And that's it. We've got video, we've got audio, and we've got an internet connection. And that's all you need to go live with the Boxcaster Pro. Now, once your live event is about to be scheduled, and once it goes live, it'll look something like this. You'll have the LED indicator around the outside telling you that you're live, and we'll be able to see the video preview and know exactly what's going on with our broadcast. So that as a broadcaster, I can now relax, knowing that everything's okay, that hundreds of people are watching me right now on BoxCast.com and on Facebook and on YouTube and on Twitter. Okay, that's a little less settling, so I'm not really relaxed anymore, but let's talk about what some of our amazing customers are already doing with the Boxcaster Pro. We have a number of customers who have already started using the Boxcaster Pro to stream their events. And the first that we'd like to highlight is North Metro Church in Marietta, Georgia. They're a church located in a suburb in Atlanta that have around 1,500 people that show up to their services every Sunday. And in their own words, their mission as a church is to help people find and follow Jesus. They use live streaming to help complete their mission. It's become a great way for friends and family to share what they do on Sundays with their friends and family. And as a result, they've doubled their reach. And they get around 1,500 viewers on their live broadcasts every single weekend. So they have 1,500 people in person watching, and they have 1,500 people watching online. It's really incredible. Now let's take a look at some video from their church that they've been streaming with the Boxcaster Pro. It really is phenomenal quality. I was recently talking with their tech director, Andrew, and his feedback was really affirming to us. He told us that they're falling in love with our live streaming service. Since they switched over to BoxCast and started streaming with the Boxcaster Pro, both the quality and the consistency of their live stream have dramatically improved. And they were able to pop it right into their existing workflow, which I'll go over in a minute. And he loves the ability to see the video preview and be relieved that everything's all right, or to control the audio levels directly from the encoder. So now we're going to dive into exactly the behind-the-scenes look on how they made this live stream possible. So bear with me as we geek out a little bit. For the video setup, they have 6 cameras. They're mostly running a Blackmagic Ursa Mini broadcast cameras, all of which are running on an SDI connection back to their Blackmagic ATEM, which they use for their video production. They take their final production output feed and send it on to the Boxcaster Pro via an SDI signal. Now let's look at their audio setup. They take their singers' mics, their pastors' mics, and the instruments that they have on stage. They put those into a switch and send it back to a specific mix in the back of house that they do just for the broadcast. They take the result of that broadcast feed and feed it out over their XLRs to the Boxcaster Pro. So now let's combine the audio and the video setups. Both of those going into the Boxcaster Pro then stream to the BoxCast platform over HEVC. From there, they're able to then go to their website with the BoxCast embedded player, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live, which is where all of those 1,500 people watch their live streams. It's really pretty amazing, right? They're doing a phenomenal job down there in Georgia. So Andrew, to you and your team, keep it up. We really look forward to watching your streams in the future. Now, the second organization I want to highlight is Kent State University. Kent State Teleproductions does video productions for various events around their campus, ranging from guided meditation streams for their staff to speaker series. And one of the incredible things is that other than their administration, like Jason Forbes, who is joining us in person today, they're entirely staffed by students. So naturally, a premier institution like Kent State wants to deliver a premier experience online, whether they're streaming a musical production, an esports tournament, or a basketball game. They want to look their best. And originally, in order to make that happen, they thought they were going to have to buy a clunky, expensive encoder that could only fit in their production truck. But we convinced them to try the Boxcaster Pro, and they loved it. They found the flexibility that it afforded them by the small, portable size. It allowed them to use it way more often and in far more contexts. They didn't have to compromise on anything, especially the quality. They end up using the Boxcaster Pro in every one of the 3 setups that they deploy across their campus. So let's take a look at what those are. They have their one camera simple event. It's easy to deploy, it's a quick setup, it's just a camera, a tripod, and the Boxcaster Pro. They use it for straightforward events, like a speaker series. Moving up a level, they have their flypack system. It's a multi-camera setup with a video switcher that they'll use for sports like volleyball or other significant events like their world-renowned fashion school's end-of-the-year fashion show. Finally, they'll also add it into their production truck, where they're taking 5+ cameras for major events, like their graduation or other major sports events, when they're truly put on the world stage. And I really love what they're doing because they show off the Boxcaster Pro in nearly every possible production environment, from the simplest to the most professional. And the Boxcaster Pro, it works well in every single one of them. So good job, Jason, and congratulations to your team at Kent for doing a great job. But this Boxcaster Pro hardware, it's actually just half the story. Every encoder or other live streaming piece of device is going to be constrained by the platform that they're streaming to. And here at BoxCast, we have an amazing live streaming platform. The combination of the encoder and the platform allows you to do some really cool stuff and take advantage of new features like HEVC, but also allows you to go without any setup or copying of clunky RTMP keys or things like that. I'm going to highlight a few features that make our platform special. The first one we want to talk about is automation. Automated live streaming allows you to focus on creating great video content. All you have to do is enter the start and stop time of your live stream, and the Boxcaster Pro will start streaming automatically. The next one I want to talk about is stream diagnostics. It'll allow you to dig deep into exactly what is happening with your live stream, and to be alerted when things might not go so well. It's just one more of those tools to help you monitor and ensure that everything is okay with your live stream. Now, when you produce great content, you want to get it out to a lot of viewers, but you also want to own and control that content. So that's what we do with the BoxCast embedded player. We allow you to own that content and put it on your website. You also have the ability to ticket the broadcast, so you can actually make money from your live stream. Next, we know that a lot of organizations really just want to allow as many people as possible to see their live stream. And what better way than to go where those people already are? As Gordon said before, there's no compromise when it comes to where your live video can be viewed, whether that's Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple TV, Roku, or even your website. We give you the ability to stream to all of them at once. But what's a live stream without an audience? Our enhanced analytics allows you to see real data of who's watching your live stream, when they're watching, how they're watching, my personal favorite, where exactly in the world they're watching from. It's really a great way to learn about who exactly your viewers are and what they're doing. Now, these are just a few of the highlights. There's a lot more that goes into the whole BoxCast platform. You can go on our website and check out the pricing page and see a full demo of our entire BoxCast platform there. So now let's talk a little bit about pricing. The Boxcaster Pro is available for purchase today for $34.95. Now, the Boxcaster Pro is great, but as I mentioned before, a lot of those great features come with the BoxCast platform. And to use that, you're going to need one of our live streaming plans. We offer 3 different plans to meet the various needs of different organizations. They range in price from $99 a month to $299 a month. And you can check out our website to find out which exact plan is right for your organization. Finally, we recently introduced the Pro Streaming Bundle, which will empower you with 60 frame a second streaming and cloud-applied graphic overlays as an added bonus. Now, when you combine all 3 of these, the Boxcaster Pro, the live streaming plans, and the Pro Feature Bundle, you get the most out of your Boxcaster Pro. And that's why we're proud to introduce a special introductory discount when you combine all 3 of these. You'll be able to get the Boxcaster Pro for just $19.95. All right, that just about does it for me here. And remember, you can always find more information about our products or our live streaming plans on our website. But if you're so impressed and want to buy a Boxcaster Pro right now, you can do so from us directly or from one of our other authorized resellers. So thank you all, and I hope you've learned a ton about the Boxcaster Pro.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks so much, John. If you like the Boxcaster Pro, he's one of the people that you should be appreciating the most because he put a lot into it and he's the brains behind a lot of the decisions that we made. But it is exciting to think about what's possible with the Boxcaster Pro and the BoxCast platform now that there are no compromises with live streaming. We can't wait to see what these organizations do. Thanks so much. Good job. All right.